1894 First college basketball game. University of Chicago beats Chicago YMCA 19-11. In 1924, Clas Thunberg of Finland claims 3 gold medals in one day when he wins the 1,500 m, 5,000 m, and all-round speed skating events at the Chamonix Winter Olympics. Won 5,000 m the day before. In 1927 Australian Championships men's tennis, Gerald Patterson wins his only home title, beats countryman John Hawkes 3-6, 6-4, 3-6, 18-16, 6-3. In 1927 Australian Championships women's tennis, Melbourne, Esna Boyd wins title after 5 consecutive runner-up finishes, beat Sylvia Lance Harper 5-7, 6-1, 6-2. In 1934 Australian Championships men's tennis, Englishman Fred Perry wins his only Australian title, beats Jack Crawford of Australia 6-3, 7-5, 6-1. In 1934 Australian Championships women's tennis, Sydney, Joan Hartigan Bathurst retains title, beats Margaret Molesworth 6-1, 6-4. In 1936 Australian Championships men's tennis, Adrian Quist wins his first Grand Slam event, beats fellow Australian Jack Crawford 6-2, 6-3, 4-6, 3-6, 9-7. In 1936 Australian Championships women's tennis, Adelaide, Joan Hartigan Bathurst wins her 3rd Australian singles title, beats Nancye Wynne Bolton 6-4, 6-4. In 1944 Casey Stengel, manager of the Boston Braves since 1938, resigns. Lou Perini, Guido Rugo, Joseph Maney by control of Boston Braves. Moore vs. Maxim 1954 American boxer Archie Moore beats Joey Maxim in 15-round unanimous decision to retain his world light heavyweight title at the Orange Bowl, Miami. Last a famous trilogy of fights, all won by Moore. 1955 NFL Draft, George Shore from University of Oregon first pick by Baltimore Colts. In 1956 NFL's New York Giants moved their home from the Polo Grounds in Upper Manhattan to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. In 1956 Veikko Hakulinen of Finland wins Olympic 30K cross-country gold medal at Cortina d'Ampezzo, 2nd career Olympic title after winning the 15K event in Oslo. 1952. In 1958 Australian Championships men's tennis, Ashley Cooper wins 2nd straight Australian title, beats fellow Australian Malcolm Anderson 7-5, 6-3, 6-4. In 1958 Australian Championships women's tennis, Angela Mortimer Barrett of England beats Lorraine Coghlan of Australia 6-3, 6-4. In 1961 Australian Championships men's tennis, Roy Emerson beats fellow Australian Rod Laver 1-6, 6-3, 7-5, 6-4 for his first Grand Slam title. In 1961 Australian Championships women's tennis, Margaret Court retains title, repeat of previous year's final beating Jan Lehane O'Neill 6-1, 6-4. In 1963 Sam Rice, Eppa Rixey, Elmer Flick, John Clarkson elected to Baseball Hall of Fame. In 1964 South African cricket batsman Eddie Barlow 201 and Graeme Pollock 175 combine for a 341-run stand in the 4th Tests against Australia at the Adelaide Oval. In 1966 Wisconsin State Circuit Court Judge Elmer W. Roller rules either the Braves stay in Milwaukee or NL must promise Wisconsin an expansion team for 1966. In 1967 New Orleans Saints signed their first player, kicker Paige Cawthorn. In 1969 Australian Open men's tennis, Rod Laver takes first leg of his successful 2nd Grand Slam, beats Andres Guimo of Spain 6-3, 6-4, 7-5. Noll Youngest Coach 1969 Chuck Noll is named head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the youngest coach in NFL history at the time. In 1970 Australian Open men's tennis, Arthur Ashe beats Big Serving local Dick Creeley 6-4, 9-7, 6-2. In 1970 NFL Draft, Louisiana Tech quarterback Terry Bradshaw won pick by Pittsburgh Steelers. In 1973 UCLA's basketball team wins 61st consecutive game in-car record. Richard's first Test century 1976 5 Richard scores his first Test century against Australia. In 1979, Islanders end 23 undefeated games at home streak 15-0-8. In 1980 NFL Pro Bowl, Aloha Stadium, Honolulu High, NFC beats AFC 37-27. MVP, Chuck Muncy, New Orleans Saints, RB. In 1982, Los Angeles Kings set an NHL record with their sixth consecutive tied game, a 4-4 deadlock against the visiting Philadelphia Flyers. Phillies trade two for Jesus. 1982 Philadelphia Phillies trade shortstop Larry Bohr and fielder Ryne Sandberg to Chicago Cubs for second baseman Ivan Jesus. In 1982 West Indies beat Australia 3-1 to win Cricket's World Series Cup. In 1985 Mark McCoy cycles world record 50 m hurdles indoor 5.25. In 1985 NFL Pro Bowl, Aloha Stadium, Honolulu High, AFC beats NFC 22-14. MVP, Mark Gastineau, NY Jets, Der. Isman records 100 points. 1989 Detroit Red Wings center Steve Isman becomes the fourth NHL player to record 100 points in 50 games or less with a goal and 2 assists as Red Wings beat Toronto 8-1. In 1989 Kevin Johnson Phoenix begins NBA free throw streak of 57 games. In 1989, Oklahoma linebacker Mark Van Kersbulk assaults an Oklahoma grad student. In 1991 Super Bowl Roman 25, Tampa Stadium, Tampa, FL, New York Giants beat Buffalo Bills 20-19. MVP, Otis Anderson, NY Giants, RB. Mike Tyson trial 1992 Mike Tyson goes on trial for rape. He is found guilty. In 1995 Eric Cantona of Manchester United fined and banned from playing football after attacking a fan. In 1996 Australian Open Women's Tennis, Monica Seles beats Anke Huber of Germany 6-4, 6-1 for her first and only Grand Slam victory after her stabbing. In 1998 WNBA begins filling rosters of Washington Mystics Detroit Shock. In 2002 AFC Championship, Heinz Field, Pittsburgh, New England Patriots beat Pittsburgh Steelers 24-17. In 2002 Australian Open Men's Tennis, Thomas Johansson of Sweden wins his only Grand Slam title, beats Russian star Marat Safin 3-6, 6-4, 6-4, 7-6. In 2002 NFC Championship, Edward Jones Dome, St. Louis Rams beat Philadelphia Eagles 29-24. 2008 56th NHL All-Star Game, Phillips Arena, Atlanta, GA. Eastern Conference beats Western Conference 8-7. MVP, Eric Stahl, Carolina, C. In 2008 Australian Open Men's Tennis, Novak Djokovic beat Joe Wilfried Tsonga of France 4-6,